Hey everyone, first of all, welcome to Webfire version 3.0. On this video, we'll basically do essentially an overview of everything inside of Webfire, where to find it, how it all works, how powerful some of the tools are, and all that stuff. If you're looking for how to use a specific tool, there's a lot more detail or walkthroughs on each of the individual tools when you go to them as well. So this is just meant to be a basic overview of everything and what you should be doing to start with. So when you first log into Webfire, you'll see something like this main screen right here. One of the first things that you'll have to do if it's your first time logging in is you'll want to download the desktop app. Whether you're on a Mac or a PC, you'll want to do that. If you already downloaded it and actually opened it, you'll see a little icon right here on the left side in green that will say connected. If not, it will say that you're not, and you'll have a little pop-up right here that will prompt you to basically download it. You can also, if you click on getting started right here, it will also first prompt you to download the app either for Mac or Windows, and then it will kind of walk you through step by step about how you can start using Webfire. So definitely you want to check out the getting started, if you can, because it will walk you through again everything from step one. You just answer a bunch of yes or no questions like do you have a site? Yes, no. Do you want to do this or that? Yes, no. And again, it will walk you through all that and help you use the tools and all that stuff right there. If ever you have any issues with downloading or using either the Windows or the Mac app, there is a troubleshooting tab for each one right here that can walk you through how to set that up and make sure everything's running smoothly. Because if not, some of the tools might not work if you don't have that desktop app actually installed. Other than that, we have lots of training available, and we're always adding more. Beneath this tab, you'll see a free traffic course where we have several videos and stuff walking through how to do all sorts of stuff. Whether you're just an affiliate, whether you just want to build a list, whether you're looking to build a site fast, well, all sorts of videos and more being added all the time right there. Also, there's lots of training on the left side. You'll see a little tab right here. If you click on training, you'll see a separate tab for more current training videos as well as prior ones from version 1 and 2 in the archives right there. Now, just because there's a handful of videos made in version 1 and version 2 does not mean that they're outdated or that the info is irrelevant. In fact, in probably 98% of the cases, it's just as relevant right now. It's just that a handful of the tools might look a little different than as they do right now, and there's some more tools and stuff, but all the trainings from back then still apply to right now. So definitely check those out because a lot of them are actually labeled so you can know very quickly and easily if a training would be relevant towards what you're essentially doing or what you're most interested in actually doing. Other than that, you'll see a bunch of tool categories on the left side. Like if you're interested in just SEO and keywords, you could click that and see a bunch of different tools related to that. If you're interested in only like leads and stuff, you can click on leads and see a handful of different lead tools and stuff like that. As far as the dashboard goes right here, you'll always see some updates and news and stuff right here because we're constantly doing new improvements and features and stuff like that. If ever you need help or anything like that, you'll oftentimes see a little prompt for our support that will pop up in the top right. You can also always just click on our support tab right there and you'll go to our help desk where you can ask any question you want and they'll promptly reply to you right there. If you scroll down, you see a little dashboard where you'll see any sites that you basically added into the system will show up right there. You'll see the keywords that you have tracked for them. You'll see the rankings, and you'll see how optimized they are. You can click on any of those and go, like right here, if you click on that, you'd go straight to the site analysis where you could optimize it even more. If you click on the keywords, you go straight to where those keywords are being tracked and such like that. Below that, you'll see a bunch of other data Like right here are recent keywords that I've basically entered and searched for and stuff, and you can go straight to the keyword tool on that, or the site analysis, or the graphs and all that good stuff right there. You'll also see a timeline. Now, what's cool about this timeline right here is that every day Webfire is doing work for you in the background. So any keyword you add to it, which again, if you click the Getting Started tab towards the top, it will prompt you to enter a site, enter some keywords and all that stuff right there, and it'll walk you through using several of the tools. It will actually track a lot of stuff for you, like your rankings on a daily basis. It will also help you find leads and stuff also on a daily basis. And if it finds new leads, we'll say, hey, we found X amount of leads on here, we found X amount of leads there. If it increases or decreases in ranking, it will tell you all that stuff right there. So if there's a good thing, like an increase, it'll be a thumbs up. If there's a bad thing, like a decrease, it'll be a red and thumbs down. So right here, you see a bunch of ranking increases that I recently got right there. So that's all good. And of course, you can click those and go straight to the tool in question right there. Webfire can also post to your social media accounts on autopilot, find you leads on autopilot, all sorts of stuff. And again, we'll all tell you what it does right there, every day. So that's kind of a neat thing right there. As far as the tools go, I'll quickly go over several of the tools and why they basically would be relevant to you. So one of the first things that you'll want to do when you're inside a Webfire, especially if you have a site or you're looking to make one, or anything like that. And keep in mind, if you don't have a site, that's not a big deal. You can actually make a site in blogger.com in about a minute time, and it's completely free, and they host it for free and all that stuff right there. It's just blogger.com. You can set up an account, set up a blog, again, about a minute time. In fact, we actually have a video training in here showing you on how to set one up in about a minute's time. So again, very, very easy. So once you have that, you'll want to look for what kind of keyword you'll want to target. You'll click on SEO and keywords. Then you'd click on the keyword tool right here, and that would take you to a screen like this right here, where I have a saved search just to save some time, where let's say that you were in the massage chair business, whether you had your own site on that or whether you want to be an affiliate or whatever. You would type in a keyword like massage chairs, then you can either choose to have it find a bunch of related keywords, or of course you can enter multiple keywords separated by comma. Then you can pick the search engine and the location that you want to get your results from, because for instance, if you're trying to see what rankings are in the US, it might be completely different than if you're in the UK or Australia or anything like that. So make sure you pick the one relevant to you. If you're looking for more of a global look, typically the US is more of what they resort to on a global basis if they're not trying to localize the results and stuff there. So US is a good default right there, but of course you can feel free to change it to your country or the one of your choosing. In this case, we'll find several related keywords, and the best ones for you to rank for, it will have in green, like so. The not so great ones it will have in red, like so. So it makes it super, super easy for you. We have the exact search, or the exact estimated search volume. We have the broad search volume and all that stuff right there, so you can see like how much traffic you get. We also have some other info, like how many are truly trying to compete over that term, like the title, the description, the headings, and you see a lot of really good ones where hardly anyone is trying to truly compete over those words right there. There's also a graph where you can see over time the amount of searches. Some months might be more or less than other months, so that's pretty cool right there. And you can pick the keywords that you think, based upon this, you'd have the best chance of actually ranking for. And of course, you can get a lot more details on these. Just click on any of these icons right here, and the individual walkthrough on the tool will walk through a lot more about what everything is and how that all works. But there's lots of data available, but the quick summary is if it's in green, you definitely want to target that on like a blog post or on an article or a video or a website or anything like that, and there's a good chance that you'll have a ranking for many of those keywords right there. After you do that, if you want to build a site, one of the first things you'll need is a domain name. So under the same section, we have a keyword domains tool right there, and that's again a super easy tool that will actually help you I guess find essentially available domain names that you can use that have the keyword in them still that you can still register. So again, very useful tool right there. Will tell you the estimated searches for that keyword and all that stuff right there. We also have one called the expired domain tool. That's one that basically will just help you find domain names by keyword that oftentimes are still ranked in the search engines or listed on live sites that are still ranked. So if you get any of these, which all of the ones that it finds will be expired and available for you to register, whether it be at your own host or any place where you want to register a name. Usually domains are about $10 a year or so, and you can find ones that are currently expired that again you can grab up and already have links and oftentimes traffic and rankings going to them right there. So that's a very awesome tool right there, where again, worth a fortune right there if you find the right domain names. You also definitely want to do a website analysis, where you just click right there and you can analyze a site, whether it's your site or a competitor's site, and that would just look like this right here. In this case, I analyzed one of my sites, mobileautoresponder.com, for the keyword mobile autoresponder, which is just like a text message autoresponder service. And in this will give you a good idea of what you have a good chance of ranking for, and they'll have a summary tab right here. It says, hey, you have a good chance of ranking for this keyword if you target it on your site. So there's a good chance I can rank if I target that. I can also download a full PDF report for myself, or if I have clients, I could hand them that report if I want. And there's a summary tab that sums up all this stuff right here. You can click on any of these right here to pull up a lot more info. Like you can see the on-page optimization, the off-page optimization, the social optimization, like if they're mentioned on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. You can get some additional keywords. You can see how fast or slow your site is. You can see what the title tags look like. You can see what the backlinks are. You can see if it has a sitemap, and if it's in green, it means good. Orange means it's not horrible, it's not great, but there's some issues that you can fix. And red means you definitely want to fix it. Like right here, it says, oh, you don't have a sitemap. Well, guess what? There's a built-in sitemap maker, so you can just click here and fix that and build a sitemap. So again, really cool stuff right there. And again, you can click all these right there and get lots more info, but I'll let you go to the individual tool walkthrough to get a lot more in-depth detail on that. There's also an advanced tab right here, which will give you even more info that you can analyze as well. So after you identify the issues with your site, you can start to fix those. And one of the things that you can do is under SEO and keywords, let's just go back here, we have a very cool tool called SEO configuration. This will actually walk you through fixing all those issues on your site. So if you don't know what a title tag is, if you don't know what an image alt tag is, or any of that crap, it doesn't matter, because this tool can help do all that stuff for you right there. So you definitely would want to use that right there. Some of the other SEO and keyword tools right here, we have the buyer keyword tool. This will help you identify and find keywords more likely to be buyers. So you type in a keyword and it will automatically pull up a bunch of buyer related keywords there. So you can rank for terms that actually bring buyers instead of just random traffic. We also have another keyword tool called local keywords. That's a great tool for if you're trying to rank for a local business, whether it's your own or that of a client. So if you want to rank for dentists in Atlanta, Georgia, that's the kind of tool that you'd want to use to identify a bunch of terms like that. Then after that, we have again a sitemap maker, which I talked about, can automatically make a sitemap for you, which is like a table of contents, and it's one of the important things in ranking. We also have a submit your site tool, and that's very, very easy to use. You just click a button and it submits your site for you. So every time you do an update to your site, a new blog post, anything like that, you want to submit that site. Webfire in the background can also submit your site each month as well. So again, you can do it as often as you want, but I suggest only doing it each time you have an update on your site. And with that too, what's cool is it kind of like knocks on the front door of a bunch of important sites like search engines and so on and so forth to say, hey, I have some new content on my site, you should check me out. And that's one way to get faster rankings and get indexed faster and climb up in the search engines faster as well. Other than that, we also have a rank tracker. You can track any keyword and sites that you want for rankings. And with that, I'll just go straight to, I'll show you what that looks like right here. Oh, there we are. So right here, this is the rank tracker. And in this case, for my mobile autoresponder site, you see I rank for a bunch of terms here. For the main keyword I'm trying to rank for, you see I'm #1 in Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And this can track the rankings as they go up and down. And you can refresh them yourself, or the Webfire tools will automatically update these rankings for you as well. And it will show you if it goes up or down as well. Like right here for another site, for a tennis shop right here, we see we have tons of #1 rankings. We see recently a few of those have jumped up as well, indicated by the little up arrow right there. So very cool, powerful way. And again, you can track as many sites and keywords as you want right there. So that's the SEO and keyword tools right there. We also have a bunch of other keywords as well. Like for instance, we have the content keyword. So once you have your site done, once you optimize your site, once you pick the keywords that you want to actually rank for, and again, once you pick the keywords you want to rank for and you make your site and all that, if you want to target, one keyword in every new blog post that you do, that can be a great way to quickly dominate the search engines with a new site. And after you have that site made again, you can move on to doing extra stuff with content. So we have a bunch of content tools here. So first, we have kind of like essentially a blog poster tool. So you can automatically post blog posts to all your blogs and stuff using auto content fire. We also have a cool tool called Video Firestorm that can quickly and easily help you make videos, even ones with optional human-like voiceovers. And you can choose to make or to turn basically an article into a video instantly through Webfire right here, or you can actually write and create a video from scratch right here very, very easily. Then you can record your own voiceover, or you can have a human-like voiceover automatically read it for you, and then every 15 minutes it will create the videos for you, and you'll have the option to automatically submit it to top sites like YouTube and so forth to gain extra rankings and stuff there. We also have a high quality article spinner. That's a tool that you can turn one article into hundreds, even thousands of unique copies that read perfectly, unlike other crappy article spinners out there that just don't work well. This works great. It's a great way if you want to get lots of articles out there, if you want to submit guest blog posts with having each one be unique and all that good stuff right there. We also have a bunch of lead tools. Now, lead tools, as the name implies, will help you get leads. And they not only can find leads of prospects that could be looking to buy your stuff, it's a great way to also get backlinks to your site too, which can help increase your rankings as well. Backlinks are just basically links to your site that you can get and post on other relevant sites. You can also get leads of guest blogs. Like, in fact, I'll show off some of these tools right here. So the first one right here, we see one says guest blogging. You can actually use that to find guest blogs that you can post on. So I'll have an example one of it right here. In this case, you can type in a term like weight loss, pick a category like guest bloggers or submitted articles or anything like that, and it will find several sites that you can do guest blog posts on. So you see tons and tons of them right there. And there's even more if you pick other categories and stuff. And under each one, you can click on the contact info, and it automatically pull up the contact info that you can actually email through Webfire itself, because it can actually integrate with your default mailer, which you can make be Gmail or whatever you want right there. So you can email those guys and say, hey, I see you accept guest blog posts. I'm, wondering if you would like a new guest blog post on this, or, here's a copy of a post that you can use, which is unique to you, yada yada. So this is a great way to get extra authority and exposure and backlinks and traffic to your own sites too. If you also click here on existing guest blogs, we also have a list of guest blogs that we actually go through and manually check to make sure they accept guest blog posts still. But you can also use the automatic guest post finder for absolutely any niche that you want, like we did right here. After that, some of the other lead tools, which are really, really cool. We have one called the Real-Time Lead Finder, and that's just right here. In this case, we type in a keyword like gun safe, and if we put it in quotes, we'll only find leads that contain all those words side by side. If it's not in quotes, we'll look to find any lead that contains both of those words somewhere in them. We can search for forums or blogs. We can search by date and all that good stuff right there. And then in this search right here, we searched forums of people mentioning gun safe. We see right here just tons and tons and tons of leads just in the past several days right here of people talking about gun safes. And all these in this case are on forums that you can participate on. So any of these leads right here, a lot of them could be prospects looking to buy a gun safe, or could be looking for more info on gun safes. It'd be perfect if you have a site on gun safes, or if you're just an affiliate of one. So you could click on any of these links right here, go straight to the thread in question, and you can leave a post on those forums. And again, leave valuable content and info first, and then leave like a link to your site or a link to your video or an email or whatever works for you. And this can be a great way to get lots of relevant links to your site, which can help increase your own rankings. And it's also a great way to find prospects looking to buy and stuff right now. And this tool you can literally use to search for anything and everything. It's a great way to get tons and tons and tons of real-time leads. You can also save it, and it will also help you search for those leads each and every day in the background, so you can get updates to new leads. You can also search the same thing on blogs too, so you can find new blog posts that are done just in the last day or last week or whatever you want, of people talking about stuff in your niche. Now you want to be sure you use like the everyday language of a person. You don't want to be too specific where there might not be lots of leads, but at the same time you don't want to be too broad where there'd be too many leads. But obviously an easy tool to play around with, and a great tool to find tons and tons and tons of leads with. Another great lead tool that we have is called the Ranked Lead Finder, and here's a saved search I have right here. This is a great one where you type in a keyword in your niche, and it will find 50 related keywords, and then it will search the front page of Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and it will only list sites in the front page of Google, Yahoo, or Bing that you can leave a post, comment, or reply on. If you can't leave a post, comment, or reply, it won't list it. So it will only list sites that you can leave a post, comment, or reply on. So again, you can go to those sites, you can leave a post, comment, or reply on. You can provide value in the actual post, and then leave a link to your site, a link to your video, or a name of your product or your email. It's a great way to drive traffic back to your site or back to your offers, whether it's your own products or service, or one that you're just an affiliate for, or even one that you just want to get lots and lots of exposure for. So a great way to find buyers and stuff too, because it's not just that lead that you find right now. Tons and tons of other people will happen across your same post, and instead of just getting one lead, you might be getting thousands of leads off this right here, and you can completely dominate page one of Google, Yahoo, and Bing. It has the link to the site in question that ranks here, has the keyword it ranks for, has a search engine it ranks on, has the ranking. 1 means it's number 1 in the organic, so at the very top. 10 means it's towards the very bottom of page 1. You also can see the estimated search volume and the total reach, which is not just that's the search volume of not just the keyword itself, but the keyword plus other terms attached to it. Like, for instance, if the keyword was weight loss tips, that exact term right here gets about 110,000 searches each month. But for the estimated reach, that's any term that contains weight loss tips. So it might be like best weight loss tips, obviously gets way more at about 2.8 million searches a month. So obviously, good keyword that you'd want to get, exposure on, and you can get free exposure right there. And if you just scroll through, just see tons and tons and tons of them. And at the bottom, as well as the very top, we see the total estimated reach at 446 million estimated searches a month that you can tap into right now for free by using this tool right here. Great way to get traffic, leads, and additional rankings and exposure where anywhere anyone looks on page one, you can get your name, your product, your site mentioned and listed. So awesome tool right there. We also have another lead tool called the Q&A lead tool, which is just right here. You type in a keyword like lose weight or any keyword you want, and you'll find tons and tons of people asking questions that you can help answer and drive traffic from those Q&A sites to your own sites. And a lot of these questions will get ranked in the search engine, so it won't just be one lead that you find. I mean, that one lead that you help answer can turn into thousands and thousands of leads over time of other people seeing the exact same question and seeing the answer that you gave right there. And again, the key is to again, provide value and help answer these guys' questions first. But don't underestimate this right here. By again, guys, helping do posts and stuff here can drive a lot of traffic. Again, just on the Q&A tool and stuff alone right here, like there was a guy in New Zealand who basically answered one question on a Q&A site, and it was responsible for 2/3 to 3/4 of his business for a horse ranch, for a horse riding place that he had. He said it was responsible for, again, 2/3 to 3/4 of his business. Now, again, that can be a lot of money simply by taking a few minutes to answer one question. So again, this will actually tell you the new questions that there are each day. And again, the tool can work for you in the background as well and alert you to new leads each day as well. So very, very awesome tool right there. And again, those were, again, all found under the lead tools right there. We also have a section called the social tool, where we have one called Poster Fire. That is a tool that can basically automate postings to your social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. And you can automate posts not only to your own accounts, but also to like your own fan pages and stuff like that, or those of your clients. So if you want to schedule out, let's say, 10 posts, you can do so. Likewise, if you want to, let's say, have 10 posts at once a week or once a day, it can not only schedule that out for you, but if you want, you can recycle through all those. So after it goes through 10, you can say, I want you to recycle those and post those again and again and again. So 10 posts could last for indefinitely if you really want to right there. And that's a great way to boost your social signals and your presence and also your rankings, as well as also have leads from social sites find you as well. And that's more and more of a big thing now is posting on these social sites to get social signals, as well as to find extra leads and stuff off those sites as well. We also have a section called competition. One of those is one where you can check your site and the competition to see what their keyword density is, which is a good indicator of what Google and stuff sees is on your site. So this will kind of help you find out if you're really optimizing your site for the keywords that you're trying to rank for or not. And we also have a backlink tool right here, which is a very cool tool. In fact, what this one does right here, I'll show off it right here. You basically type in a keyword and as well as a site, and it will, in this case, I typed in mobile autoresponder, and mobileautoresponder.com will tell you the average amount of backlinks, the median amount of backlinks, what your backlinks are, and from any site you type in, it will tell you what the top 20 backlinks are. So that's where the majority of traffic is coming from for that site. It will also list off the most relevant top competitors to that site, as well as how many backlinks or links they have right there. You can also, for any of these, perform a site analysis right there. You can show the backlinks. You can also contact each of these as well. If you just click contact, you can actually email any of the site owners through here itself. So it's a very, very cool that you can automatically email those guys. If you click on show backlinks, it will actually show you the top backlinks for each of those sites, and you can also email the top backlinks for any of those sites. So if you know, let's say that your competitor is getting most of its traffic from 10 or 20 sites, you can actually email those sites and contact them to see if you can buy an ad there, to see if you can do basically anything you want, to see if you can do like an affiliate deal, a JV deal, guest blog posting, anything you want. But you can quickly and easily contact them with the click of a button. That is huge, guys, because you can not only spy on the competition, you can contact where they're getting their traffic from. So really great feature right there. And yeah, that's basically the overview of Webfire right there. You can always see, again, the updates down here. You can always use any of the tools and watch any of the training. And if you get lost, just click the Getting Started button right there, and it will literally walk you through every step that you have to do. You just have to answer some yes, no questions to get started right there. So again, make sure you do that. And if ever you get lost again, just contact us by clicking on support right there, and we'll promptly get back to you in a day or less, usually in a matter of like an hour or less if it's during a daytime hour. So again, guys, definitely get going with Webfire. Pay attention to all the new trainings and stuff and the live calls that we'll be doing as well. You'll see announcements on the live calls here, as well as, again, lots of trainings will be posted here as well. So again, guys, good luck. Make sure you use the tools. Ask us if you need help, and we look forward to all the traffic rankings, leads, and exposure that you will get with Webfire version 3.0. Thanks much, and have at it.